OpenAI's safety team flagged a mass shooter 8 months before she killed 7 people. And according to the lawsuit, leadership decided not to report her. Last June, OpenAI Systems flagged Jesse Van Rootseller for what the complaint calls gun violence and planning. A safety team determined that she posed a credible and specific threat and urged leadership, including Sam Altman personally, to notify Canadian law enforcement. They allegedly said no, because then they'd have to report thousands of others, which would expose broader safety concerns with the chatbot right before a planned IPO. So they did nothing, and innocent people, children, were killed. The victims' families have filed a suit in federal court in San Francisco and are seeking over $1 billion. Right now, there is no federal law requiring AI companies to report credible threats that their models surface. So OpenAI wasn't really breaking a law, but they did make a very clear choice. The lawsuit is asking basically whether that choice carries liability. And I think it has to carry some sort of liability, but I'm struggling with what that liability looks like in practice, what precedent that sets. Because obviously, if someone is planning to hurt themselves or other people, that should be reported. But from a technical perspective, the mechanisms that flag harmful behavior are the same mechanisms that flag us for our political and religious beliefs. If we say that a company will carry liability if they don't report harm, then they'll put in place tracking mechanisms so that they can report harm. But who decides what harm is? In this case, I think it's pretty cut and dry. Could harm also be defined as being a member of the Communist Party? Could harm be defined loosely as disagreeing with the federal government? There's a line here that we don't want to cross. Honestly, I don't know what that line is. I'm watching this case very closely because apologies from Sam Altman are not enough. These families deserve restitution for the absolutely horrific tragedy and loss that they have suffered, but also because this lawsuit sets us up to potentially set a very important precedent about what information is tracked and stored and reported in our chatbot history. Also, it's incredibly concerning that they have thousands of people that they could have reported and they haven't. These are weird times.